Hi, today we'll be talking about what I can no longer do because of my health. But I feel very complicated with the word can't because there are a lot of things on this list that I can't do, but I still do them or find a way to do them, or I just can't do them the way that I used to. So one of the things is dance. I used to be a dancer. With my spine being fused, not only is it painful, I have no mobility. I am Barbie. I can lean forward, but there's literally no going left and right. My doctors say that I can't. And this is one of the subjects where I pushed too far on trying to say that I can. I kept dancing, and it wasn't like within my limits. I kept dancing as I felt, because that's the whole point of dancing. That was a mixture of a lot of other things in my life. Ended up pushing my lower rod out of my spine. I ended up having to get my hips fused. Something I did not want to admit is even if I physically could do those things with my Marfans, the reason for all my medical shit, nothing is held down. So even though I have the rods on my spine, anything could just pop and move and shift as it likes, and that's a sad reality. And when I'm dancing, I am pushing everything every which way, and if I continue to dance, then I have to deal with shifting my body and shifting my internal organs and bones and shit. Just let it go. And it was really hard, but I do follow the actual limits of my body now and not pop and lock. Another thing is working, and this is a very, very, very complicated one for me because I am currently working. I am also waiting for disability. You see the dilemma here? So I used to work too much for my body. I put myself in the hospital multiple times because of it. It also was because I was taking poor care of myself on top of pushing my body. Learn my lesson. But work seems to be one of those things where I have to push myself to really figure out my limits, because I haven't figured out my limits yet because my limits are changing. I don't think I could ever retire. Even when I do retire, I'm still going to have side jobs. I love to work. I'm competitive. Let's put it at that. I'm very competitive. So for me, work is like, see if I can better myself each time I go in. So for me, I love work. I would work till I drop if I could, which I have, but unfortunate reality, no matter what job I have, I'm fucked. And what I mean by that is, if I am physically active during my job, I can get distracted easier because I'm running on adrenaline and I can feel less for a short amount of time. But once I hit a few hours, I crash pretty fucking hard, and the adrenaline and stamina wears off, and I feel what I'm doing to my body, and I absolutely eat shit. I go down for the count. Anything that revolves me being on my feet, I can only do it for a few amount of hours. But vice versa, if I have a sitting job, I'm also fucked. When I'm sitting at my desk right now, I'm talking to you, I can be at my desk for maybe 45 minutes to an hour if I'm lucky. And then I have to go lay down because I feel like I'm about to fucking die. Slow burning pain kicks in of all my bones crushing each other. And then after about 2 hours, I'm on the fucking floor wheezing. Not a great time. All the muscles get really, really tight, keeping my body straight. Because you would think the metal in my spine would hold me up, feel more supported. Actually, I don't know if it's just me with them, I feel like I'm supported less. I don't know if it's because my body has to work less, so the muscles are weaker to hold my spine up. But I feel like a wet spaghetti noodle. Like, I don't feel like my back is supported whatsoever. So sitting up, I feel all my muscles just freaking the fuck out. And that's what I mean of like where my limits lie, because if that pain is less of my bones and more muscular, then that is something I could maybe either get used to or work out and become stronger and less pain. Is also why disability exists. And other than the physical struggles, I am going to have surgeries for the rest of my life. I'm going to be ill for the rest of my life. It's a lifelong condition. And even though I could do really well, I'm starting to get a lot further. I have a job, starting to like genuinely get healthier and better at it. But I'm also fully aware that in a year, 6 months, any time, my body can do whatever it wants. And an organ can flip, a bone can shift, and I will end up back in the hospital. Hypothetically, if you are gone for a few months, not every job has sick leave, you're gonna fucking lose your job. And then home, and I'm about to move out and have my own home. Absolutely excited for it, but that's why disability is like a huge option, even though it's very shameful for me. I never want anyone else to feel shame about being on disability, but for me, because my work is so important to me, I feel like I'm giving up. And that's just my own personal ego issues. But I don't give a fuck anymore. My health is never certain, and it changes all the time. So that's why disability is such a wonderful option, because it gives me the stability that when I do have my surgeries and when I am ill, I can still have a life. I can still have some type of my own independence of a home and food. And that is something that I fought for fucking years. And now I've come to the point where I'm like, I'm going to do the best I can. But I also know that I shouldn't feel shame for the best I can is not the normal best, so it's not sustainable. So yeah, I used to not be able to swim, and even now I still can't really swim because of my old curvature. When I would swim, I'd swim in a circle. No matter how straight I thought I was swimming or trying to swim, I just go in a little circle, and then I couldn't swim whatsoever because I was all bundled and shit. After like my last back surgery where they like seriously corrected things, I can swim in a straight fucking line now. But just like talking is making me out of wind. My lungs are compressed and very small and very, very damaged, and I can't even blow up a balloon. So swimming is not a fucking option. I also was a runner. I love to run, but I can't. If I go on a hike, it has to be very quick, very small, very low endurance. I'm not going uphill, I'm not climbing downhill. Walks, I can kind of maintain. But running, my back feels fantastic when I run. It helps my pain immensely, but when I run, my hips and my knees slightly dislocate or start grinding. So I can only do it for like 10 minutes before something starts malfunctioning. Driving and being in car rides are something that are fucking difficult for me, which is so sad because some may know, but I also I drag race. I have Bumblebee, I love drag racing, but it isn't always the easiest, or just driving around, because like I said, with being at a desk, me sitting, it makes everything just tighten and simmer. But being the passenger princess is also fucking ass for me. But I actually ended up taking a 6-hour trip, I think, to an amusement park for my mother's birthday just a couple months ago, and for the first 2 hours I was fine. By the like fourth, I wanted to jump out of the car and have it run me over. I could not explain to you the pain, and you feel so claustrophobic in your own body. You know, what we all experience usually. This is something where it does not stop me in the fucking slightest. And I have shit to do, and I can't just sit here and not drive. I have places to go, so I drive, and I go on road trips. Either I can sit with the same pain in bed at home, or I can sit in the pain going somewhere doing something exciting. or getting things done productively. But like cooking and cleaning and existing shit that I sometimes can't do and sometimes can. I used to push too hard or push too little. And I'm at the point where I'm trying to just play smarter, not harder, and not do things out of ego. And now I meal prep on the days that I can't get out of bed. And on the days where my pain's really low and I feel really good, I get everything done as fast as possible before that pain comes back. And outings and family is something that has been heavily affected my whole life. I think something that some people assume, people talk about how they can't work or they can't cook or clean or drive because of their health. They assume it's dramatic because they assume that you have the energy to go have fun and do this, but you don't have the energy to work. I don't have the energy to have fun. I have to miss out on a lot, and there's a lot I can't do. And a lot of people in my life have to make modifications just for me to be there or experience something with me. And it's something that I hate and I still don't know how to cope with. But it's very real. When I am out, I can be out, getting around, shopping, going on a hike, maybe 30 minutes, until I have to find someone to sit, or I have to lay down, or I have to re-up on medication and sit there and not throw up. Or when I'm out with my best friend, we sit in her car and I have to lean back and just chill and talk. And then we can go out and walk into a meadow or try a coffee shop for like maybe an hour if I'm lucky. And I have to go back, lay down, sit down, rest, re-up. And everything I do, I get a short window to do it. I never used to have opportunities. It was never like I could do something for 30 minutes and then rest. I had nothing back in the day. Collectively, I could be out for 5 hours, but I'm not running around doing all these fun things. I'm sitting. I'm always fucking sitting. I have to have intermissions for everything I do. But this is something where I will push myself forever. It's hard for me to talk about because I feel like it always sounds so grim. I know the way I say it sounds grim, and I think that's just because I have so much pain behind my experiences, but I don't resonate with the pain anymore. I have a fuck tone. I don't really care anymore. I know that this is my life and I'm going to make the best of it. And I think it helps that I have so much good that I'm working towards that it makes the pain worth it. I think before I had no direction and I had my family, but other than that, I didn't have friends, I didn't have partners, I didn't have a career I thought I really wanted to do. So it was really harder to push myself for a good reason other than frustration. And now when I push myself, it is out of love and wanting to better myself for the loved ones I love and for my future that I can now very fucking clearly see. So when I talk about these, it does bring up a lot of old energy, but it's not me anymore. I am gonna have frustration with these things, but I am so ready to take them on, and I'm so ready, even if it's gonna be a hard journey to accept what I can't do, because I know once I accept it, I can actually be free from the restrictions than if I just kept trying to strangle something that I could never do. Kids. I've been told my entire life, because I've been asking my entire life, if I could have children. And the answer is no. And either I will die or they will die. And the more than likely will have the genetic gene of Marfans. This is one that I don't know if I could push or if I can't push. I've wanted to and I'm going to adopt, but I do know if there is an option to have my own child, it would still be something that I would love to try. I've always had the thought of having one that was from me and then two adopted. Not right now, I'm good. But in the future, what are the options? And I know that right now, if I were to be pregnant, I'd probably fucking die. Health in my spine, it would definitely snap my spine. I am so underweight and I'm so not fully at all healthy. I'm healthier than I've ever been. If I somehow didn't fucking die, my baby will more than likely die. But the reason I say that I don't know is because there's a lot of science and there's a lot of different options, and like the surrogates, or I think there's like the lab one, but there also is like them being able to go to like the egg and taking the genetic mutation out, like the Marfans, and then just chilling. It doesn't have the fucking Marfans anymore. Just like, can you just do that to the human body? Like maybe a 19-year-old, that'd be great. And then I won't know until later on. Lastly is my career. I can and can't do at the same time. And some of you may know, some of you may not. I want to direct horror movies. I want to become a director. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to become a director. I am fully aware of the like physical exertion you go through, and the hours and the work and the you don't fucking stop because oh no, you're in a production. I don't fucking know how I'm gonna do it because I don't think most directors can direct for like 45 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how I would go through college physically for film school, but I can tell you, I'm going to do it. Whether it's ego or drive, whether I have to find a team that will work with my disability and understand that I can't do it quickly, or I will have to become a muscle mommy and get the most healthiest I've ever been in my life just for the sake of it. I will become a director, so help me. End of fucking story. And if you struggle with any of these basic human experiences or have your own that you struggle with or unique ones, let me know. And yeah, you are valid and real, and I hope that you can find balance and existing. I'll let you know if I find it. Also, one of the next videos I want to do is a Q&A. I've done one before and it was really fun. Any questions about anything, medical, career, personal life, please put them in the comments or my Instagram comments. I read everything, and then you will be in the next video because I'll put your tag and question and shit like last time. So if you want that, ask me any questions below. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.